Hey Rika, thanks for coming.
Of course, Kasie. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So I got to go to your live today, and now thank you for doing an interview and letting us know a little bit about yourself. So I'm interested to hear that, and I love your Instagram, so I can't wait to get into that as well. So, so please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Avid coffee drinker, if you didn't already know. Um, I'm Rika. I work as the content marketing and social media manager at VIPKid, but also on the side, I love content so much that I create Instagram content, I do YouTube content, I have a blog in Japanese, and I just like live for content. So content and coffee are my two biggest pillars in life, I would say.
Hey, you have a blog in Japanese?
Yeah, I did. That's how I kind of started creating content in the first place.
Rika, I love Japanese. I studied it in college.
Really? Should we do this entire interview in Japanese?
I can't. I wouldn't be able to come up. I'd get too nervous. I lived in Japan for 7 years.
Wait, where?
I lived at Yokota Air Base for 5 years,
Oh, wow.
and Misawa for 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know all of this. Like, I'm super excited now. I would go back in a heartbeat. I would move back there. Oh.
Let's do a trip. We'll do coffee tour of Japan. We'll
Yes.
YouTube video out of it.
Yes. Don't tempt me, because I would seriously take you up on it.
I'm totally serious. Let's do it.
Okay. I have lots of friends still there. We'll go and we'll have places to stay and all kinds of things. Okay, let's get into this. So what did you do before VIPKid?
I don't know if people know this, but VIPKid was my first technical 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
Before that, I was a student, but while I was a student, I was working about 60 hours a week for an editorial company, and I was also doing live shows, and then also on the side, I was doing influencer content creator life. So it was, I definitely love working, which could be like a problem, but I love creating content so much that I decided to do it full time while I was a student as well.
Oh, very good. So you've been doing content creating for a while then. I mean, you're still very young, don't get me wrong, but I haven't been doing it for a year yet, is what I'm getting at.
It's something that'll like grow on you. Like maybe next year you'll be like hosting your own live television show. Who knows? But I think I officially started like making videos at 14, and I was earning an income by 16, creating content.
That's awesome. All things I had no idea. So what was your why for starting at VIPKid?
I needed to be an adult, have a 9-to-5 job. That was obviously one, but ever since I have this whole like background in both Japan and in the US, so I wanted to be able to take my love for creating content, but also work at a company where I can work internationally. I think that was like a huge thing for me, and it was a huge selling point. I was interviewing with a lot of different companies, but the huge selling point for me for VIPKid was I was able to create content that I wanted to, but then also be able to work internationally. It's really cool to see the differences in marketing or the culture or language, and everything is so different just by being an ocean apart. So I think it's really interesting, and that's why that was my why for VIPKid.
Yes. Oh, I love studying other cultures. I also lived in Germany for 10 years. So I love traveling. So let's see. Oh, and one of the questions was, are you also a teacher? But you're not a teacher for VIPKid, right?
No, I am not a teacher for VIPKid. I have never been a teacher. I do consulting. I don't know if that's kind of like a teacher, but I do consulting for content, like media and content. I can't really teach English because English is my second language.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And you can't hear it at all.
Oh, really? There's some words that I really can't say. Like things with L's and R's are really
Oh,
hard.
yeah. Well, I'm from Boston. We don't say our R's either.
See, no, you know what? It's however you interpret your own language.
Right. I learned when I lived in Japan, though, how to put them in so that I wouldn't teach them the wrong way, because I was an ESL teacher there. So.
Oh, in Japan? Did you taught English in Japan?
Yes, but they came to my house. So like Thanksgiving, I had 46 Japanese friends in my house so that they could experience Thanksgiving, and it's very different, very different.
I feel like this shouldn't be an interview about me. I want to get to know who you are.
I'm so excited now that you talked about Japan.
I know.
Okay, so you told us, where are you from in Japan?
I'm from central Tokyo, so 15 minutes from the crazy Tokyo Scramble Square that you guys in like every photo, literally 15 minutes from that.
Oh, wow. So you probably know, we used to stay at a hotel over there a couple of times, being affiliated with the military over there. So I think it's kind of in that same area.
Oh, I think I was I was younger. Like I haven't lived there as an adult. So because I was like in school and obviously like I'm working, so I haven't lived there as an adult. So it'll be interesting to see how it's like living there as an adult.
So do you like to travel, and where have you been?
I love traveling. I think being on this like stay at home, it's made me realize how important it is, because you think about it as a luxury to be able to travel and see different cultures, but I think it can also be, not in terms of money, but also like a luxury for your mind. To be able to go and experience people and food. The food is just like I'm like, where do I want to go depending on what food I want to get? That's a huge thing. But I think every time you go, you come back and you kind of take in things like from this culture or this one, and you can put it into your own daily life. And I don't know, every time you come back, it's just such a good feeling to come home, but it's also, you feel so much more creative after you come back. And it just sparks something inside of you. And I think in 2019, I took 27 different trips in 12 months. So it's a huge change, but I think it's good. It's good to have trips. It's good to be able to take breaks from trips, but overall, yes, love traveling, and definitely as soon as we can travel again, I definitely want to invest some time into being able to expand my mind.
So where have you been?
A lot of Asia. Still top place to go for me is like Paris. I loved Paris.
Really?
I've done a lot of the US with VIPKid. Yeah. I don't know. I've been to quite a bit of places in the last year, even alone. So.
I love a lot of places in Europe, but I lived there for a while, and traveling from there is easy.
Yeah, because you can go from like one place, or like whenever I went to London, you'd go to like Paris, and then you just like take the train everywhere. It's just so much easier to get everywhere. While in the US, to get from California to New York is a huge deal, It's,
and expensive. In Europe, just Ryanair everywhere. Just take the little airline over there. So, okay, what is your Instagram about?
Overall, Asian beauty, lifestyle, skincare, but then definitely mix in my addiction to coffee, and just and things that are currently inspiring me, or things that I find in my day-to-day life that might benefit others. So it's a little bit of a mix. I think it started off being very focused on Asian beauty, skincare, fashion, but anything that really I vibe with right now, I guess.
That's good. I haven't quite figured Instagram out very much. Like, I'm still trying to figure out if I can post from my computer.
I don't think you can.
Huh?
I don't think you can unless you have a third party.
Oh, okay, that would be why.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a struggle to keep up with all of the new platforms, and
Yeah.
like you have to be like, as a social media manager, you have to study that thing every single day because Twitter changes on a daily
Right.
basis, honestly. So
I was on Twitter and just like pretty much learning about Twitter as well. So all of a
Mhm.
sudden I started a YouTube channel and then Instagram and then Twitter. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
I mean, pick one that like works for you and just put all of your effort into that. And then like your other channels can definitely be like a supplementary style
Mhm.
to, like, obviously your YouTube is amazing. So
Well,
use
thanks.
YouTube as like your golden star here, and then you'll have like Instagram to promote that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do right
But
now. So we're so close. Your pictures are beautiful. So do you take them? Do you design them? Am I embarrassing you? I loved your channel. I was like, wow, it's really well done, you
Oh,
know?
thank you. So Instagram, 95% of the time I take my own photos.
Wow, very good.
I think people don't know that though. Um, they think it's definitely like a tripod remote situation because I don't
Okay.
want to bother anyone else to go and take my photos for me. But if I'm traveling, it's usually like a friend or my boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
you're very artistic. Like my husband is like that. I can't see something or see how things should be like proportionate and posed and things. I'm just like,
Mhm.
yay, here I am.
You're like, what's up? Yeah. I mean,
My pictures are all crooked and
it definitely comes with practice. You said you
yeah.
still only have been doing, like you said, YouTube for like a year, right? So
Yes,
it'll definitely
September.
like, it'll come. It like, Instagram, you do not even want to see what I used to post in like 2013.
Really?
Yeah, it was just my nails, and it'd be like, got my nails done, and there's like just no content. That was it. So you'll like, it'll develop with like how you develop as a person too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. I'm waiting for it. Let's see.
You're like, when will it happen?
Right? I'm still like, oh, I like to do live, so I don't have to edit very much.
I mean, that's like
Kind
the
of lazy.
beauty of live though, honestly. You get to know the person as a person instead of, Instagram's literally what, a second of your life. And so I
Yeah.
actually really like lives. It's like a way to get to know people too.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate. I think I've had like 70 something lives
Wow.
on here, and it's just been fun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just love to
I
get to
think
know
it's
the people.
it's the fun. As soon as it
Yeah,
stops being fun, it becomes work, and then you just don't want to do it. So
yeah, and this
keep
definitely is
it
fun.
fun. Yeah.
I'm talking. That's my gift. I've got the gift of gab.
Oh.
So where do you come up with your ideas? Well, you said you vibe with it, but
Oh. um y- don't get me wrong, I definitely have like those times when you just like don't feel motivated or
mhm,
inspired.
yeah,
And I've learned that when I do feel motivated or inspired, I will batch content. So if I'm like on a roll and I'm like, you know
yeah,
what, this Instagram post looks good, I'm gonna take another one. So like, on the days that I feel good, I take full advantage of that and create YouTube videos, Instagram posts all in that one day, because I know that maybe like tomorrow I won't be feeling good, or I might be running
mhm,
late, or you're just like not on.
yeah,
Ugh, that's like the worst. But I get a lot of inspiration from like Pinterest or just having conversations with people. I think that's really important.
yeah,
I like love just talking to people to get ideas too, because
mhm,
sometimes you bring an idea to the table and then another person can bring a different type of dimension to it.
yeah.
So yeah, that's Pinterest, and I would say just like talking to people is probably the biggest places where I get the most inspiration.
People asking questions seems to be like,
Mhm.
oh, there's a need for that answer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of how the Zoom video came about. Somebody asked me how to do it, and I was like, whoa.
because you just always assume like people understand it, right? So when I was doing my skincare routine, I was like, yeah, like most people have a skincare routine. They already know this. And then I found this like whole different world and people are like, but how? And I'm like, oh, like I obviously know it, but it's a way to like connect with other people by teaching them something you know that they might benefit from. So I think it's like so interesting and cool to be able to create content.
I'm terrible. Everything you're not supposed to do is pretty much me. Everyone's like, you wash your hair every day? Like at least once with shampoo and conditioner. Like, no. Like,
it's also like whatever works for you, right? I think whenever you give like recommendations to people, it's your recommendation that fits into your lifestyle or your routine. So I'm like, take it with a grain of salt. This is what works for me. If it doesn't work for your skin type, it probably isn't meant for your skin type. I don't know.
That's true. So what is your professional development? And I wanted to ask you that because, you know, most of the people on my channel are teachers. So it's been all like teaching kind of things. So I'm kind of interested in learning about content. So
I feel like that's such a big question. Can we like
well, who did you learn from? Was it books? Was it people? Did you go to school for it?
Yes. Funny story is that I told my grandma that I wanted to go like work in some field of social media. And the first thing that she says to me is, but doesn't Instagram run itself? And I was like, yes and no. There's people like obviously behind it. But I was also more shocked that she knew what Instagram was. And I was like, that's my grandma. But I do have one of the first degrees in social media. So I have a overall like BA in media technologies and communications. And then I have a specialized major in social media, it was one of the first schools that was accepted to do a major in social media. So that was actually really interesting. But when it comes to learning about social media, I think I just was interested in it at a very young age. So it's a lot of self-taught, you know, like seeing how other people do it, experimenting on my own. I taught myself video editing and then later, you know, honed in those skills by going to classes and learning through watching YouTube videos and then trying it myself. Or YouTube literally has everything. So if you ever want to teach yourself anything, you can probably find a YouTube video on it.
That's true. My husband like has fixed plumbing and everything. I'm like, where'd you learn how to do this? YouTube. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a channel on YouTube too?
I do. It's just Rika.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
You might have to type in my full name because supposedly there's a singer who's also named as Rika.
Oh,
and
wow.
She's on channel too. But
you know, I can't help but think of how I would spell it in hiragana and katakana. Rika. That's,
you know how to.
Whenever you say your name, I keep trying to write it.
You could YouTube it.
Oh yeah, I have it hanging up in my house.
Oh yeah.
My friend embroidered each one for me, each of the sounds.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what are your goals?
See, that's like another, like, what is the meaning of life? I
love asking goals and I love planning them. I ask everybody that question.
I love how you ask about goals because like one of my things is like I'm a huge bullet journaler. And so I am the type to live off of goals. I think it's so important to set yourself goals. And for me, I like to write it out because visually, I'm like a very visual type of person. But I think if you constantly don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you need to supplement your goal. So I love talking about goals. I mean, I have a goal for a week. I have the goals for a month, goals for 2 years, 3 years. And I think it's just so important but the one thing with goals, I always think that you have to be able to compromise sometimes, because your goals might change depending on things that are happening around you, or it might not be a need. Like if you create a goal for yourself in like 2020, at the beginning of 2020, I'm pretty sure everyone had like, you know, the New Year's resolutions. Probably a lot of those went out the door.
And traveling.
Right. If it was your goal to travel in 2020, please stay safe and stay indoors. But I think you have to be able to be okay that your goals aren't happening at the timing you thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I think what I've been hearing from a lot of people recently is, you know, I had to have been here at the age of 25, or I had to be here at age 30. And I think society in general puts a lot of pressure on people to, you know, right after graduation, you have to have a job lined up, and you have to be doing this, and, you know, you have to be working a 9 to 5, and you have to be married at this age and have kids. And like, it's just, I'm like, why does it have to be that way? And I'm definitely someone who questions that quite a bit. And timing is everything, you know? And I think it's a good time to sit down and like prioritize. And I think 2020 has definitely been the year of like looking at what's really important to you. And I think currently for me, it's just like connecting with people. So in 2020, I'm saying yes to connecting with more people. And I think that's a good enough goal, you know, like you don't have to do anything too out there, especially with everything going on. So
I think that's a great goal, especially where we can't connect so well with others right now, you know, just reaching out to people.
Yeah, I think because you keep going, right? Like if you have like your routine and you're just busy all the time, I think it's so easy to get caught up in being busy that sometimes you forget to either A, take care of yourself, or B, take care of your friends. And so I think it's good to slow down once in a while. And it's hard for me to be like, I need to slow down because I'm a workaholic, but at the end of the day, it'll make you like things like this will make you realize what's really important to you. So
one of my friends started like a note thing, so we're sending them all to our friends. So now I pull out my note that she sent, and then I write one to another friend.
That's amazing. I love that.
Kind of like a chain letter.
Writing letters too. I know people are writing like handwritten letters to their friends, and I think that's like, let's take it back to handwriting letters.
My love language. And I would get teary-eyed if I explained it, but my friend that passed away used to write me letters and leave sticky notes. So glad I saved them because I still have them, you know? So yes, handwriting letters, handwritten letters are great. So, wow, Rika, I think we went through all of it. So how can people find you if they want to check out your channels, or?
If you Google my name, Rika Russell, RIKRUSSELLL. I'm like, did I spell my name right? You can find all of the links on the top of Google should be mine, but usually it's my name. It's just
good. Very good. Well, I'm excited to check it out. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yes, I'm glad I got to learn more about you and sit down and chat with you instead of Rika and I got to meet each other at the 6 Apple Summit, and we had 2 minutes to say hello.
But it was like, I didn't feel like it was 2 minutes.
It wasn't. We got cut off.
It was like, hi. Hey, what do we talk about? I don't know. And then it was like a whole like 2-minute discussion of like, what do we talk about?
Right.
And then it was just like countdown. It was like 10, 9, and we're like, wait. I'll DM you. Yeah.
You did teach me how to use the connect button or whatever for people.
Oh yeah, and then that's how was that how? No, but I don't think you emailed me after that. I think you just found me on Instagram, right?
I never got the thing. I was supposed to get a list or something of the people I connected with. Anyway. I'm so excited to know like that you were in Japan and everything. I'm so excited. At Journey, you came up to me. I don't know if you remember. I have it in my phone, but you came up to me and you said you were trying to like win the contest for social media and handed me the thing to take a picture. I'm like, I don't know how to post.
You know what? I like to push people into the pool. So it's cool. Like we could all be a nervous wreck and be like really stupid around each other, and we'll just be like, let's
That's awesome.
just to like.
All I know is me, you, and Kristen right now. You, Kristen, and I. That was really good English.
Hope that it turns into a video. I don't know what I talked about. Honestly, I don't know what I talked. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't either. I got so excited with just chatting about Japan and just having conversation that I kind of forgot, like, do I need to be professional? Nah.
Rika Russell, RIKRUSSELLL.
Well, it's been a few days since doing that interview, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. I had a lot of fun interviewing Rika, getting to know her better. As you can tell, we were pretty tired that night, as there's all kinds of bloopers. I didn't even put half of them in there, but we had so much fun. It was great getting to know her and seeing a side of her that I didn't know. I didn't know she was a content creator. I didn't know she's helped people on the internet build their business through content as well. I didn't know she was from Japan, as you could tell by my reaction. I was super excited, as Japan is a place I love. So I hope you had a lot of fun watching this. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. Happy teaching.